Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 6th episode of Asobi Asobase. So, in the last episode, we discovered Hanako has very questionable fashion sense. We found out that there is a trap living amongst the school, a very attractive trap. And also that most of these girls don't seem to know that much about sex ed. And the ones that do have difficulty explaining it to the others, which leads us to a very awkward situation overall. And that pretty much was last episode, so let's see what our characters do this time, I guess. 3, 2, 1, play. As always, starting out with this wonderful yet misleading opening. You know, after this opening played in episode 1, and then this show was revealed to be the over-the-top slapstick comedy that it was, I kind of figured they might switch to a bit more of an accurate opening for episode 2 going forward. Kind of like, I don't want to give examples because that would be spoilery, but certain anime that have had misleading first episodes or openings, they would sometimes change it up after that. So I thought they might do that with the show, but they decided not to. Uh, I do love the opening so much though, so I am glad they didn't change it. It's easily top 3 opening of the season. Just looks so happy and cheerful together. Asterisk. Like a like a war? Oh yeah, her. We met, we met her last episode. No, thank you. It could be very unique fashion. Well, no, but we could change that. Poorly, I would assume. She scared everyone off. Yeah, we heard about that last episode. Still want to know more about the teleported girl. Yeah, one got teleported. Were you not even paying attention? uh, I could think of better places to teleport to. That's no, that's a real name. Huh. What? Are you gonna look it up? I guess she was teleported. Like she's hidden back there. Please tell me she was teleported. Oh, like like a mental illness. The music. uh, just do it. What's the worst that could happen? Well, at least we know now. I didn't mean to laugh at your suffering, but it was funny. Uh, no. I see. mean, she's kind of cute. Oh, yeah, she was ill. I like how she's laying just face down, ass up. I feel like that's not what this is. Is this where she gives the teleportation excuse? Yeah. He did not want her to discover the truth. I really wish she would close her eyes once in a while. Yeah, don't leave the squirrel alone, she'll go even more crazy. You're not, I know, you would think you'd be more perceptive because then you never close your eyes. Oh wow, that actually got to them. I can hardly believe that actually got them. You could try. Do your best. That cheered her up. Can't go wrong with the voodoo doll. Oh my god. Of course. Then we stab it. Is that what black does? Stab her right in the eye. Just stab her everywhere to cover all your bases. The head, maybe? No, wait, that's you. Again, I'm gonna get you confused. Hey, she didn't want you to follow her. Yes, that's the idea. You stab her all over till she gets better. Can't argue with that logic. I think it's too late to tell him I was joking, so let's just go with it. Can't stop this train now. Oh god. It really does. Yeah, we stabbed her so much she has to get better. Thank you. I couldn't have stabbed my friend so much without your help. You missed the fun parts. Wow, how could you forget such an important place? I guess that would explain why she laid face down, ass up. Yes, it all makes sense now. Cool. Don't stab me there. That's clearly what she's saying. Not sure this show's obsession with the butts are, but... I doubt you're gonna do that well. You have an interesting fetish. You're ranking second. I mean, that's still pretty good. But I think someone's gonna die over there. She's cute. Okay, yeah, now she's gonna die. I know, right? And yet that normie over there beat you. This life's not fair. I see. Some people believe that, but it's not always the case. There are other factors. Wow. Everyone had picked Hanako's the smart one of the club. If anything, I just think Kasumi was. I mean, aside from English, yeah, she was bad at that. English is not that easy. I know, I read a lot of comments on the internet, so most of them are not very good. Because that would ruin her character. Studying. You should try it sometime. You know, assuming you care at all. Because that doesn't work very well. Yeah, exactly. Please warn us before you show up on screen. All of it. Oh, right. Well, she's talking in her head, right? Canoodling. Well, not everyone can get first, by definition. A good point. But you could, phrase it better. Uh, wow. Wow. This conversation. Burn it with fire, please. Oh, well that changes everything. Wow. Put a long wig on it, change the voice, and I can make that work. That would be really hard to study. uh. Yeah, just break it. Yeah. My god. This is not helpful. Cool. Not what it looks like. Well, the man shouldn't have been at this school. A new look. That new Harajuku look, perhaps? Or a lot of blushing. What's up, Olivia? Curious exactly what's on your mind. I mean, we already knew you were hot, but don't even think about it. Don't you even think about it. Don't do it. You better not do that. Don't even joke about that sort of thing. I don't think that was ever intended. But no, don't you dare cut it. Oh my god. You shouldn't cut it at all. Put down the scissors. I'd rather she didn't do that either, but I'll take that over cutting it. Don't. Don't do it. Don't. Ugh. I told you not to do that. You can't undo it, that's how it works. Well, maybe if you had listened. As long as you don't continue, it should be fine. How about you don't? You don't end up like a certain girl from a place further than the universe. This is just... Yeah, you're gonna notice that. Just wear a wig, I guess. I don't think it works quite like that. No, not really. We need to stop this before it gets any worse. Man, I thought the occult stuff was scary. A hat. I guess that works. And she meant cool as in the opposite of hot, not cool as in awesome. Don't. I wouldn't let her touch my hair. Well, if I was her, I wouldn't. So, yeah. And yeah, there we go. More cutting. Spirited combat again. Yeah, they look nothing alike. And that's not enough reason to get them confused. Holy sensei. This is not a girls' school. If you're hot, just take off some clothing. It's not that big of a deal. I have read manga where girls do that. Mightified. We'll happily watch. They play some interesting games. The adorable dance. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be adorable if mine I did it though. uh, I'm okay with that. Well, don't say that out loud. Yeah, something like that. Okay, this should be great. Back to back. This is like a fun game. It is for sure. It's even cuter when she does it. Because she's more embarrassed. Oh my, that look. Yeah, let her go. And she was never heard from again. And Olivia was haunted every day since then. Yeah, do you feel cooler now? I don't know what the game was supposed to be like. Yeah, I was about to say, you were kind of too. She always shows when things are over. And I'm starting to think she does it on purpose, like listening outside the door until it's safe to come in. How lewd. And just end off on that note, I guess. As usual, the show goes by pretty quickly. And yet I'm exhausted by the end of it. Actually, I wasn't expecting to get more occult stuff after this episode, so that was interesting. In case any of you don't know, I really don't like it when an anime character decides to randomly cut their hair to like half or even worse length. Bugs me a lot. It's hard to believe that Hanako's a smart one in the club. My brain can't really process that. So that was the 6th episode of Asobi Asobase. And first part of the episode, we're basically doing more stuff with the occult club circle single member. Basically, we found out a little bit about the girl that was supposedly teleported away, because last episode she said about, a couple of them transferring and one of them graduated and one of them teleporting, something like that. And they were like, yeah, she wasn't teleported, that's ridiculous. Tell us what her name is, we'll find out what actually happened to her. And that's what they did. They talked to them, talked to the teacher about it, and it's like, well, apparently she was ill and she had to go to the hospital for a while because of that. She wouldn't actually specify what hospital she was at or even really the illness, so they were just left to wonder about that. And then she kind of told the story to the Pathfinders Club, and then they started to really uh, connect with her and wanted to help and all that good stuff. So that's when they pulled out the voodoo doll and stabbed it all over the place because they didn't know where to stab it. So in that sort of situation, you just stab her everywhere and cover all your bases, and surely she'll get better. That's kind of how it works. However, we found out that they failed to stab her in the butt, which is kind of what they needed to do because of hemorrhoids. So, it was of questionable use because of that, unless they stabbed it after she told her that. I don't know if they did, but she got better. So, the end result's fine either way. But it's just kind of funny because that's kind of where I would stab her first. So it's a little bit interesting that they kind of forgot to stab her there. So just something to note. Also, it's quite funny because during the flashback, I noticed that she had laid on her stomach, and I noted that as being a bit interesting because usually that's not how you would lay down first. You're usually on your back first, and maybe after a little bit of that, you want to switch it up a little bit, and then maybe lay on your stomach. But she went to her stomach first, and yeah, that makes more sense now because of the hemorrhoids. She didn't want to put pressure on her butt, so it all makes sense. And it was just funny how the teacher walks in and the first thing she says, "Hey, did you make her stab her butt too?" It was like, no, we didn't even think to do that. Why do you ask? So that was kind of funny. Especially since I didn't elaborate on it so they can let their minds wander about why she asked that question. I think maybe they think that's just Sensei's thing. But anyway, next segment I think was the one where you had Hanako studying very hard for the exam because she wanted to be #1. I at first thought she was just studying like she wanted to pass, and she wasn't very smart, so she was doing her best to barely get a passing grade, and then maybe she would fail in the end. But no, apparently she's fairly smart and just wanted to get #1 slot, which she failed to do, and some filthy normie slut back there got the #1 slot instead of her. So she was a little bit upset about that. So, understandably. Meanwhile, Kasumi and Olivia are both not super smart. Kasumi mostly struggles with English, that's her biggest thing. But she's probably fairly smart aside from that. And Olivia's just Olivia, really. Doesn't really care to study much. Now, Maida and Grandpa end up making some kind of android, Bishonen android, to help out Hanako with her studying, I guess, because I guess that's what she thought what she was missing was some boyfriend to help her out. And they knew that she wanted a boyfriend or whatever, so I guess that's what they did to try to solve this problem, but it was honestly a little bit creepy, especially because of the voices, the stuff they did with the voices, and just having him stare at her constantly while studying probably doesn't help that much. And it was just it was not a good solution to anything, really, and in the end, she just destroyed it, and then the friends walked in, seeing her holding that severed head, thinking she just murdered some random boy, which would be quite something to walk in on. But no, it was just an android, so it's okay to murder them. The segment after that had to do with Olivia, basically dealing with the heat. And I liked watching her sit there all blushing, sweating. It was an enjoyable sight, but little did I know what she was thinking inside of her head. Because what she was thinking was cutting her hair, which that is a no-no. And I told her as much countless times. Hanako told her not to. Pretty much everyone told her not to. And then she did it anyway, immediately regretted it, and yeah, there was a lot of damage control after that, mostly just making things worse, which is how things usually go in this show, but it was still pretty funny, all the attempts at fixing it, like, oh, just cut your bangs, that'll go better. Oh no, you cut your bangs too much. Oh, what, how do I fix this? Oh, just flip your hair over, then cut that, and then it'll be like your new bangs will be fine. And she did that, and she's like, no, that doesn't look good either. Like, what do we do? Let's go to a stylist and fix it, but I can't go outside looking like this, what do I do? And then the teacher shows up and doesn't really help much either. I mean, she does a little bit. She gave her the hairband thing that she had, which I guess helped, but as far as haircutting goes, she can't help with that at all, and it was just a giant disaster overall. But the one saving grace is that she didn't cut it very shorto, as she says she wanted to, so that's the one good thing. Now, the final segment, we decided to play a little game from Hokkaido, like we were pulling a giant, daikon radish, and, you pull a person's leg as if they are one of them, you pull them out of the circle. I guess this is a very random game to play, really, and definitely didn't help with the being hot issue at all. They were definitely working up a sweat, which is fun. But as usual, they go way over the top of these games and overact and all that good stuff and have just a fun time together, so, it was enjoyable to watch. I did quite like Hanako's little dance she did before doing it. It was pretty great. And it was just a normal dance. But then when someone mentioned how that was probably some of Maida's roles, I unintentionally started to imagine him doing the dance, and it suddenly became a lot less cute. But luckily, Kasumi sort of did it later on, which kind of fixed it. And Kasumi was even better doing it because she actually was embarrassed that she did it, whereas Hanako did not. So that alone made it better. So that was one of my favorite aspects of this scene overall. And that was the episode, and Kasumi just pulling Hanako like she's a monster in a horror movie, trying to eat her, and Sensei showing up, trying to play a little bit with them, but she wasn't very good at the game at all, really. And that was the last thing we saw. And this was another episode of Asobi Asobase, that's for sure. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.